This is a tier list for all the royal heroes in Omniheroes, updated until season 7, including Victoria. Yeah, so Victoria, I'm referring to the new hero right here, Victoria. The she also has the Valkyrie mastery synergy, just like Cleopatra. I'm not referring to this one. Uh, she got her name changed into Victoria. Yeah, I don't know even there's even people have this name, but like yeah, she's now Victoria for whatever reason. I believe this character was like Eluder upgraded. Why don't they just call her that? Like exalted Eluder or something and make it less confusing if they so insist to bring the historical figure Victoria into this game. Yeah, so anyway, and the reason I'm doing only royal heroes is because I realize there are way too many heroes in this game now, and if I put all of them in one tier list, it would be really difficult to find someone. And yeah, I had a comment where they say like they can't find a certain hero in the tier list, but it's there, and they just didn't see it because there's way too many heroes. Yeah, so I'm doing one with royal heroes, then I will do another one for the the others, the Lightseeker heroes. Yeah, so first let's just talk about Victoria. Yeah, so having this flexible synergy, so this is a Valkyrie mastery as well as this is called Rune mastery. So basically, what these synergies does is that they will check who is the highest. What's the highest synergy? Like, let's say you have your team already have 3 Glorians, and then your Victoria will be Glorian, and if your team has like 3 Monarch, then your Victoria will be the fourth Monarch. Yeah, so she's really flexible just because this synergy and just the synergy itself will make her S plus tier in my opinion. Okay, let's take a look at her ability. So Victoria's deal up to 678 magic damage to all enemies and restore allies HP by the same amount. This is her ultimate and her active skill is similar. So she deal damage to all enemies and heal allies. So this is really good because for most heroes, they either deal damage, like he will deal damage to enemies, or they will heal allies. So Seraphina will heal all allies. And Victoria, she does both, and she does both really well. It's not like her damage is low or her healing is low. Like they are all the standard amount. And she also deal AoE damage, and AoE is better in this game. So this is a good start. Let's move on to her passive ability. So in this game, it's usually the passive of a hero that's most important. So Victoria's basic attack deal damage to all enemies. This is good because the role of basic attack is usually deal damage to like pop Holy Shield because basic attack doesn't do much damage. And her basic attack is AoE, that means she can pop more Holy Shield. And in this game, generally AoE is better than single target because like single target can block by one stack of like Sanctuary or Holy Shield and stuff. Yeah, and like if the single target damage like targets someone unkillable like Elmer, then the single target is wasted. Yeah, so this AoE means she's better. And after allies take action, defense is increased by 20% plus 1 million up to 30 stacks. So she increased defense as your allies take action. And the defense in this game is rare. Like we have a lot of heroes that can increase attack and max HP, but not many that increase defense, which is good because like defense and HP scales multiplicatively and your teams, and it also scales multiplicatively with attack because if your team survives longer, they can do more damage. But there are a lot of damage that actually ignores defense. Like if you read you go to the Synergy archive and you read Mystifier, it says grant damage over time and ignore defense. So Mystifier's Corrode actually ignores defense. And from my experience, Doomsdayer's reflect damage, like the deal damage when enemies take action part, actually also it also ignores defense. Yeah, so this damage, like each time an enemy unit takes action, they take damage equal to like this reflect rate and attack. This part also ignores defense. Yeah, so this is why like I don't think this is that good, the increasing in defense. But she also convert these defense into attack. So yeah, she also boosts your team's attack as well as defense. So how is the number on this? Like, is it high or low? So I did the math. She can increase your team's attack by 900% as well as 45 million. So the percentage part is 900, which is lower than Dahlia. But the good thing about Dahlia is that the bad thing about Dahlia is that she can only affect the target she swap with and herself. And the flat number part, the 1 million, uh, increasing up to 30 stacks, and with the conversion rate is 45 million, is on the similar level as Leandra. So Leandra's ability of like increasing her attack as she devours the small, like as it says 1 million here, but like if your Leandra is below 11 star, it's up to 50 million. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is if you are in early game, she like getting one copy of her. I don't know. I think it's getting two copy of her and unlock this golden age ability will help your team a lot because like at 7 star, she will increase your whole team's attack and defense by flat amount, and that's really good because those flat amount will be very impactful in early game. But if you're in mid game and you need multiple teams, I think Cleopatra is better. So like if you're struggling to build a second team, then you can get Cleopatra. But if you are still in the time where you mostly need one team, then Victoria's will be better than Cleopatra, and that's their comparison, in my opinion. But ideally you want to get them both to 8 star because unlocking the flexible synergy is like really good. Yeah, so this is Victoria. Oh, there's also her second, her Oath Force. This one is when she reaches 10 star. So when taking fatal damage, Victoria restore 10% of max HP and gain invincibility for 3 rounds and purify all debuffs. So this effect only triggers one time per battle. Yeah, so this is kind of like insurance. Like it's not gonna make a unwinnable fight winnable, but like it can prevent some accident happening where she is like taking out early, and instead she will restore some HP and gain invincibility. And yeah, I think this one, since it's required 10 star, I don't think it's that much worth it. But yeah, it's also useful if you can get her to 10 star. Yeah, this is Victoria. So I put her in S plus tier because like she's just a well-rounded unit with a lot of good ability and a very flexible synergy. Okay, next let's talk about Pandora. She's in the bottom of S tier. Okay, if she's in the bottom of S tier, Victoria should not definitely be in the bottom of S plus tier. I think I'm gonna put her here. She's a little bit below Gaia and above Leandra. Yeah. So for this hero, Pandora, I started to like this hero because she basically turns all your allies into Themis. When allies kills an enemy, they will cast their skill again on the lowest enemy target. This is the lowest HP. Yeah. So you can, if the ally's ability is AoE, then they will basically just repeat their ultimate, and you can ignore the lowest HP enemy part. Yeah. So like Themis is not that good, but we see how powerful she is in early game. And like turning some other units into Themis is not okay. Like if you can turn your Eudora into Themis, like her ultimate will, once she randomly kill an enemy, she will just keep casting her ultimate, and that's really good. So as long as you kill one enemies, you can repeat this effect over and over again until all enemies are dead. So the problem with Themis is that her ability is single target and the damage is low, so she struggled to kill the first enemy. But if we have the repeating ultimate effect onto other units, that will be really strong. Yeah. So so Pandora is also next in Oath Recall. Like, so by the way, yeah, there's no conclusion here. Okay, so this one unlocks at 6 star. So that means she's actually good even at 6 star only. Yeah. And let's look at the second part. So the second part of her passive actually only unlock at 8 star. The hero no longer casts active skill during active skill round, instead using ultimate. So the heroes here refers to Pandora herself, not all allies, unfortunately. If it's all allies, then it would be pretty broken. But I've asked the Omniheroes support team, and they said first, when Pandora is upgraded to 7 star, he is almost. I don't know why they use his here. His like maybe Pandora is trans. I don't know. I don't know. Like whatever. Like the normal attack will be changed to releasing ultimate skill, and when it's upgraded to 8 star, the active skill will be changed to release ultimate skill. Yeah, these passive skill only apply to Pandora herself. So actually increasing the Pandora's level doesn't really matter because Pandora's ability is single target, which means like she won't deal much damage, and like it's also the lowest HP, and lowest HP sounds really good, but if the enemy teams have a Elmer or Mavis, they will be they will constantly be the heroes with the lowest HP, while simultaneously they cannot die. Like Elmer holds his ground and won't die as long as at least one ally is alive and retaining a minimum of 20% HP, which means Elmer will be 20% HP and Elmer will be the lowest HP, and he will continuously be targeted by Pandora, and which he won't take any damage. Yeah. So consider Pandora a support hero that turn everyone into Themis. And maybe it's worth it to upgrade Pandora to 8 star for the Monarch effect. Yeah. So and her Oath Force, which unlocks at 10 star. This one's not that good because it's only buff herself as well. Yeah, and that's Pandora. For the other new hero, Hecate, I already talked about her in one of my shorts. So she's only good once she reaches 10 star, where she can copy her buff onto revived allies. And even then, she's only good in Avengers. That because only Avengers can revive. And actually, at 7th star, she's not that bad as well because she can gain some invincibility and her stats are really high. So basically, she's in A tier. The heroes that are kind of useful, but like very niche, not as broken as the heroes above. Like there's Wukong that's only good in ethereals, and this hero Madeline that can summon some dragons that pop Holy Shield for your Doomsayer team, and like Althea that can make your Avengers revive immediately, like these sort of things. Yeah, so that's A tier. But wait, why am I this hero in A tier? I think she should be in S tier. Whoops. Yeah. Uh, I'm talking about this hero, Ophelia. So she was kind of bad when she was released, but right now in this game there are a lot of ways to increase max HP, and Ophelia can convert all the max HP increase into attack bonus, and this suddenly make her pretty good, like as the game scopes goes by. So yeah, she's in S tier. Okay, let's move on to the last new hero, Chang'e. And I was just looking at her ability and I realized something that would actually make her go down one tier. So let me explain. So her passive is really impressive because it's Eudora exclusive rune built in. Each time she takes action, she has 100% chance to cast her ultimate trigger up to one time per round. So this is really cool because her ultimate is because she gets to spam ultimate every round, just like Eudora. But what I didn't realize is her ultimate actually only deal damage to frontline enemies, which I didn't realize at first. I thought it's her, for some reason, I thought her ultimate is AoE damage. And if she can do an AoE damage each round, that would be really good. But this damage is only to frontline. And that's a great liability because the enemies they usually put their important units in backline and only their damage to frontline enemies is kind of really bad. And especially if they put a Elmer in frontline, they put one Elmer and the other like not important unit in frontline, then like all her damage will be wasted. Yeah. So this is why she's not in fact in S plus tier. But uh she's not useless because each time she casts ultimate, she also increase her own attack and max HP and also buff a random ally. So at least she can buff up your team. So she's not bad, but not as good as the heroes in plus tier. Yeah, so that's it for this tier list.